What's up, everybody? Little OMFL action. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna resend.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, here we go.
Today's
Good luck,
matchup
Wayne.
features a very good defense. The Saints are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Falcons offense.
I have not been playing well. I'm getting my tail whipped pretty good. Rookie left tackles is getting his butt whipped, and that has ruined a lot of my games. And I can never beat the Falcons, so we'll see how this goes.
Like any other in sport, as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Tried 70 zillion combinations of that, trying to find something that works.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's 2nd and 7. Here's Lynch. That's complete to Taywan Taylor.
Come on, Lattimore.
Goes for 24 yards. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether you're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
He finds Taylor, complete.
Come on, man.
Down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that
time. This guy's just killing my guys.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Lynch looking to throw on second. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is hit pretty hard from the side.
That play should have been covered, guys. Come
right near
on.
the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. Coleman now. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that's the way you want to get an opening drive going, right? Because so often it's a tone setter. And I think even better when you're able to pick it up and convert with a running play. Because the last thing you want to do is play what I call rocket football. 1, 2, 3, kick.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman.
Oh, come on.
Inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's up and good.
That's why I can't beat the Falcons.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40.
Oh, come on.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Well, that sucks.
To throw here on 1st down. And no escaping this.
I love when your quarterback avoids a sack like that, which I had half a second, and then the buttons don't work. I pressed the button 4 times to throw, and it wouldn't work. Oh, man.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and his great season.
And these are normal. So annoyed.
For him now on the year.
God, I hate this game. I mean, these are normal dropbacks. These are 4-man rushes. My quarterback doesn't even get out of the dropback animation.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone
Whatever.
pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football on the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
From the gun on third down, it's Lynch. Jordan Reed has it. And he's gonna have a
My
first
linebacker
down
didn't
as he's
even
brought
turn
down at the
around.
44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I give up, man.
This is Coleman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike." And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Lynch. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. The first down carry by Elliott, extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right there around the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough, because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 38-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. To throw.
Oh, come on, man. Can I get a break, please?
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Open now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Coleman. Space to maneuver at the
Unbelievable.
40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Oh, come.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now a handoff looking right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I'd love for somebody to explain to me why that fullback didn't make that block. I just would.
Really good fundamentals by that defense.
This game just doesn't make sense.
He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And Adams has it, complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. To throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Play clock winding down. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll go backwards here.
A tight end can't block a cornerback.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So out come the Falcons now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Lynch. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on third down, Lynch. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Coleman. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lynch to throw. He will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds.
A cover 2 can't stop a short out route. Come on, man.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I must have the craziest players.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something
Come on!
to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. David Irving in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now we take
28
as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the
Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. And here we go on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
3 guys in the backfield. Come on, man. All right, I'm out. I'm done, D-Wayne, if you can hear me. Let's just get this game over with, buddy.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give to Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lynch. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down.
21, kid, 21. All right, here we go.
Again, it's Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Second down following the run. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch A9, watch A9, it's yours.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And to give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme, then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Looking to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And here now come the Falcons. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Falcons on 3rd down, as close to automatic as you can get, 9 out of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this one is right down Broadway. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here we go with 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.